It's time once again for another thrilling and inspiring season of Force on Force. The military, the honor, the fish. Welcome to Season 8.
Look at that fish! Yeah! Whoa! No! You don't stink! Get on the ground! You're pissed off! Are you kidding me right now? Air Force! You lose, Air Force! Yeah! 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 That's what I'm talking about! Yeah! Yes! Boom, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Well, that's what I'm talking about, boom!
This is Force on Force, a bracket-style tournament featuring the branches of our military head-to-head on the water. Each event is a 4-hour matchup. This compressed competition forces the anglers to adapt and overcome quickly. Commanding Officer Cody Robertson issues the rules of engagement for each competition in the TOC, the Tactical Operations Center. The anglers fight for bragging rights and also to raise money and awareness for the military nonprofits. Support, defend, fish. The site for this year's tournament is Lake Holbrook in East Texas. But these competitors don't know that at first. Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Cody Robertson told all the teams to meet up early in the morning at 0500 at a site near Lake Fork. And from there, he would lead a caravan to the actual site.
So right now we're crossing over a bridge here on Lake Fork and following Rory and just kind of itching to find out what lake we're going to. There's about 40 lakes or so around the area, and the format that we're fishing today is we don't find out what lake we're at until we get there, and then we've got a short time to figure the lake out, find out what they're biting on, and hopefully bring home a win. But we're sitting about 5:30 this morning. The temperature's supposed to be hovering in the 40s. About 15 to 20 mile an hour wind, so it's going to be a challenge. It'll be a grind today, but it's kind of like what we do in the military. You adapt and overcome and figure out a way to get the mission complete. And so hopefully that's what Dave and I can do this morning.
When they announced the casting call for Force on Force, they left it open. Nobody knew what lake it was. Still nobody knows what lake it is. There's a sign right there, Lake Holbrook. Hey, now we know, look.
Here are your competitors for this first round matchup. Bravo team is Air Force bass angler Mike Carroll. Team today with Marine bass angler David Dannell. Alpha team is Army bass angler William Taggart, fishing today with Air Force bass angler Matthew Hazel.
We don't do much before 9 o'clock in the morning. It's early for us.
All right, at ease. Welcome to Season 8 of Force on Force. All right, at this time, you're going to be fishing for a national championship. Your name forever engraved on this trophy, all the prizes that go with, and a NFL-sized national championship ring for the winners. All right, with that said, let's get into the rules of engagement. For this operation, basic load, you will have a loose combo reel, 5 of them on your boats. It's up to you to figure out how you and your partner are going to fish and what patterns and what techniques you're going to use for this operation. Every winner will receive a green light from Underwater Green Lights, lit coolers. You'll be prepared and loaded with your basic combat load of Strike King products, impact jigs, Dermatone, BioBore, everything you need for this operation, to include Wiley X sunglasses. Cool? Are there any questions at this point?
No, sir.
All right, bring it in for your G2 Intelligence Lake Report.
Here is your G2 Lake Report. The winds are strong in East Texas at 20 miles per hour with gusts well above 30 this morning. Direction is from the south. Temperatures are in the upper 40s and will only climb as high as 55 by the 3rd hour of this 4-hour competition. The barometer will hold steady for the duration of this round.
All right, at this time, this concludes your G2 Intelligence Lake Report. Y'all have any questions at this time?
No, sir.
Cool. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, sir.
Cool. Shake hands, move out, and draw fire.
Good luck.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck.
All right.
Game plan right away. I think we're gonna rock the shallow waters, hit some docks,
try to pound, get a couple keepers quick, and then we can try to go from there. Get it done. Woo! Once that comes out, like right here, right here, yeah, like that, right on this dock.
Force on Force is brought to you by Skeeter Boats, by Luz, by BioBore, and by Cryptech.
Well, you know, Marines, we usually don't tolerate anybody, but in this case, I really like Mike. He's a great guy. You know, post-service, we all have a lot of rivalries, but when we get together and do things like this, we're all here for one reason. We're here to serve our country.
And it is kind of interesting when you put this many service members together and to watch the camaraderie and watch the gel at the end of the show, how everybody comes together. You know, we all jest with each other. We do that inter-service rivalry anyway. But just like when you perform a mission, whether it's here in the States or whether it's overseas, you know, wherever it's at, we all have one goal.
We've all defended this country, and it's a connection that is rare, and you're not going to find it anywhere else. And it's brought together in a culmination with a passion for the outdoors, whether it be hunting or fishing.
Back on the water, both Alpha and Bravo teams are looking for their first fish and trying to quickly learn both the lake and how the lake is responding to the weather pattern.
First you got to try to find the fish, and so we're power fishing right now, and if we can't get something within the next 30 minutes, we're going to have to slow down and do something because they ain't willing to chase.
Yeah, 4 hours really makes it tough. We don't have a lot of time to really see a lot of the lake. So that's why we made a quick run right away, right across from where we launched.
So we usually have about a 10 or 15 minute rule. If we don't hit anything in 10 or 15 minutes, we'll run to another area. But the challenge with this one is, I've never been on this lake before, so trying to figure out a pattern.
Yeah, it's gonna be too windy for this.
Yeah,
Right here.
maybe we may have to go back behind the hill.
That's what I'm
the point
thinking.
over here. We can't fight this.
Well, if we're gonna move, we should move.
Yeah. Because there's too much wind here, and the bait fish probably don't want to stay up in here. They'll probably be in that slack water, so that's where we're gonna go try to find them.
Get on over there. Wind's picking up, so it's gonna be a grind today for sure.
So both teams are making weather adjustments. A 4-hour tournament is a very fast-paced animal to try and tame. There are multiple patterns at work: the weather pattern and the fish pattern. Alpha team gets on the scoreboard first with a quick hit in their new area.
There's one.
Okay.
Net.
Say net. Okay, putting that on.
Stay down.
All right.
B13. You got your fish grips?
I got the scale in here. If it's 12 inches, we're good.
Give me that fish grips. So you got 105.
I need to see it too. Okay.
105. Excellent. So we're just fishing this point right here with some stumps on it. And I'm just throwing a Strike King 1.5 square bill crankbait. And just rolling it, stop, pausing it, rolling it, pausing it. And as soon as I pause it, he hit it.
So see how he's green? So he's just got some, you know, width to him. You know, I believe in these graphs. You know, if you can see the fish, you know, laying up on the bottom, you know, it's probably some scatter, some bait fish. Just, you know, Lawrence makes such a good graph that we can literally find the fish, sit on top of them, and drop a bait on their head.
I primarily got into fishing again 2003 when I came back from Iraq the first time. It was just a way to cope with different experiences that I had. Through the years, I've continued to meet a lot of great people doing it. Being on the water is one of the things that really relaxes and calms me. primarily probably because my job consisted of being in recon, which we spent most of our time in the water, swimming in the water this cold. I joined ABA a couple years ago, primarily to be back around service members who are like me. We spent a lot of time, deployed away from our families, and that is comfortable to me, being back with people that I kind of served a lot of my time with. That's kind of what brings me where I'm at today. I chose to come out to do the Force on Force event just to have some fun, meet some good friends, and do something a little bit different.
Force on Force is brought to you by Wiley X, by Lowrance, by All Seasons Feeders, and by Scenic 515 Cabins. Each season of Force on Force begins with a banquet honoring the new teams and the most recent defending champions. Don Brunson and Dante Gray each earned the accolades from their colleagues and the presentation of their championship rings at this year's banquet. Their names are forever on the National Championship trophy, and the targets are firmly placed on their backs for this year's competition. Heading back to the water now, Alpha and Bravo teams are both hoping to have an opportunity to win their own rings this year. Currently, Alpha team has one keeper, and we are an hour and a half into this 4-hour tournament. Let's check in on Bravo, looking to get on the scoreboard. Team leader Mike Carroll is looking closely at his Lowrance graph, and when he sees no fish, he suspects something is fishy.
You know why? Dude, who hooked these graphs up this morning?
I did.
You know what happened? I guarantee you somebody come over here and undid my wires. I guarantee it. Remember I told you
I hooked everything up.
I don't want people messing with
Yeah,
my
your
boat.
blue one's loose. Someone's messing with us.
But that's exactly why we're not reading everything though. So what happens is every now and then people think it's funny. See how they put this wire and they stuck it through there? So they just undid it, stuck it down there, hoping that we wouldn't see it. But what happens is on my graph, it'll reflect, and they were just hoping we wouldn't see it. But we catch it soon enough, we'll be all right. They must be a lot more afraid than I am. So they're afraid that these Lowrance graphs are going to put us on some fish, and so that's okay. I don't mess with other people's boats, but that's all right. It's all in fun.
At Force on Force, you always have to expect the unexpected, a trait learned in the military and experienced here on Lake Holbrook. And once the prank is discovered, the action begins to heat up.
Fish on.
There you go.
That's a little one.
On that buzzbait?
Nope, drop shot. In 13 inches, that's for sure.
At least you got the skunk out of the boat now, though.
Yeah.
We'll get you another one here in just a minute.
Fish on.
There you go.
Oh,
there you go.
That's a good one.
That's a better fish. That's what we need, man. Awesome. You up in that?
Yeah.
Swinging?
He's a keeper. Nope, I'll work him up here.
You want to swing him?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Go. Yeah, I'm looking.
Swing it.
That'll be
That's
a good
TV right
that'll
there.
be TV right there, man. That's awesome. I was looking for the fish grip. That is awesome.
Yep.
All right.
Right where he said he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And when he nailed it, he just took it. Good job, brother. Good job.
There we go.
2-9.
Picked him up on a drop shot, a 1.5 Strike King Rage Tail. About 8 feet off the grass line. We thought they were tucked in tight, but it looks like they're out a little bit. He picked it up and hit it pretty hard.
Now we need 4 or 5 more of those, brother.
Yeah, right?
Good job, man. There you go. Nice.
So Bravo appears to have figured out the electronic sabotage and, unsurprisingly, figured out how to get on the scoreboard. Alpha figured out something as well, how to catch the proverbial limb brim.
There he is.
There you go. Spot lock.
That's a nice one.
Good. Let me get the net so you ain't horsing me.
Oh, it's a log.
Yeah,
What is that?
would
I thought it was a good one. Just a 10-pound piece of cement.
be- Yep, that's what it is.
It does.
That's
you
one
weigh
of them
that?
homemade friggin'.
I got excited there for a second.
Yep. I did
That
too.
was solid. Literally. There he is.
Oh, there
That's a
you go.
little guy.
It's all right, the fish.
I don't think he's gonna hit 12 though.
He must have, no, he ain't hit 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure I know he's not gonna. No, he's gonna be 12, right?
You gotta be 12. He didn't make it. He didn't make the cut.
When Force on Force returns, somebody has to catch some fish in the final moments of this competition, and someone does. Force on Force is brought to you by Strike King, by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish, by Dermatone, by Grease Monkey, and by Hero Clean. We are in the final hour of this 4-hour Force on Force first round. Both teams have one keeper. Bravo Teams is larger at nearly 3 pounds, but Alpha is about to get hot when it counts, as the clock is winding down.
There he is. I'll spin him around here. Let's get in the boat. Go away.
That's a 12-incher.
Yeah.
And we need to weigh him.
Yep. 13 1/4.
Okay. Power. Hello.
You want me
Reset.
to weigh it and you take a picture since you got him on your phone? I'll hold him up.
Doesn't matter.
1.27. Yeah, so what we're doing is just flipping some brush piles and some timber down here in the water. And I switched from a 1.5 striking crankbait to this 5-inch red flake finesse worm, striking finesse worm. And just toss it in there. It was slowed down a little bit. Just let it sit and it just thumped it. Gave him a second to hold on and let it rip.
Got a fish.
Go to him, go to him. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Bring him right here.
I thought I felt him kick that thing.
Yes. Boom. Here we go.
He was right sitting on the edge of that grass.
Yeah. Nice catch. See, you redeemed yourself.
Yep.
Good deal.
I had a fish slower. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Woo! Hold that up for the camera. What does that say?
Get ready to find out.
2.22 pounds.
And just like that, the momentum shifts, just as the teams are due to head back to the talk for the after-action review.
Look at you all bundled up. Aren't you Marines supposed to be hardcore?
We're
Hey,
also
he was
smarter.
hardcore, man.
Yeah?
He carried us today. I'm proud of him.
Literally or figuratively?
Probably both. I felt good having a Marine on the boat.
so,
I felt safe.
Put your bioboard basic loads on the table.
Ooh.
Congratulations, you made it through the first phase of the operation. You made it back safe and sound. With that said, you can tell it's a cold, cold day. Weather has not been working with us. Everybody's at either SnivelCon 2 or 3. It's been cold, it's been tough fishing. With that said, we're going to start off with the Sergeant Major. Tell us about your day. Give us your after-action review.
Okay, so we started out, we started over here on the left here, on the right, but straight across because we figured we could fish them docks because that wind was sweeping through there, but we didn't get any bites. So then we went to course action B and shifted back with a little bit more wind, with less wind, and fished a point, and we got the first keeper, was within the first 30 minutes of fishing. So he was like, oh, all right, we're on to something. So we kept on throwing them crankbaits and what he was catching them on, and I'm like, it kind of stopped. And then we did our last course of action, which was back closer to the ramp here, and finally figured out what was going on, and the sun came out and they started biting.
You had a sun, you had a pattern, all right? Came across a pattern, the sun came up.
Yep.
What was your total count?
4 fish at 5.62.
4 fish, 5.62. All right, you know what you gotta beat? Mike, Carol, David, give us your day. Break it down.
Well, we started off, we took off and came back around and fished this little ridge over here in the grass line, and didn't pick anything up there. Started fishing a few docks, just nothing, a lot of grass. It was tough. So, you know, through, you know, just about everything we had in the boat. Went back up north, started fishing some of the coves, and caught a couple of little ones. We were just parallel on the grass line, and we'd been targeting, just pitching to the grass. That wind was blowing that bait fish in, but there just wasn't a whole lot of bait fish coming. So we worked that point, worked all the way around, went all the way in the back of the cove, and we just kind of committed ourselves to stay back in that, you know, north end. And you know, good, bad, or indifferent, you know, it's probably you know, was a, you know, maybe not the best decision, maybe come out here in open water. But our total weight was 2.9.
2.9.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, congratulations, Sergeant Major. Matthew, you're moving on to the next round of competition. Grab your basic load, shake hands, move out, and draw fire.
We kind of unlocked it at the end.
What was the color? The crankbait?
I can't talk to that. You can't tell that, sir. I ain't saying that.
Hey, get this bait to
Yep.
go. Get out of
All
it.
right. Ho.
So Army bass angler William Taggart and Air Force bass angler Matthew Hazel advance to the semifinals. Cast and crew of Force on Force stay at the scenic 515 Cabins in Yantis, Texas, right off of Lake Fork. Convenient to great fishing and hospitality that will make you want to come back again and again. Make scenic 515 Cabins your go-to place to stay when you visit East Texas. Log on to scenic515cabins.com to book your stay.